As I mentioned, I have been making my way through the Inner Universe series by Natalie Kelda, and when I say I've been making my way through the series, I mean making my way through the series. I have now read the first 2 books and the first 3 short stories in this universe, and I will be continuing. So this one, Outer Universe. Now, River in the Galaxy, the first book, is set in Inner Universe. Now, in the climax and final battle sort of portions of the first book, our heroes on Lucia are, I don't want to say flung, but they are forced into an asteroid field. It's very dense, very dangerous, and nobody has any expectation of survival. But survive they do, and when they come out the other side, they find themselves in Outer Universe, which to them was always a mythical place. Now, we learnt things at the end of the first book as to the whereabouts of Merlon's parents, which ties directly into this book. Now, it's going to be very difficult for me to give you a review of this book without saying anything from the first book. And I really don't want to do that. I could say I'll scroll away and come back, but I don't want to do that because I want to keep the mystery there because it is worth it. What I will say is this is the second book in the series, and it's the final part of Merlon's tale. The first 2 books are a Merlon duology, and then the protagonist changes for the third book, and it keeps going like that. You get a set number of books for one character, and then it moves on. All in the same universe. We do find out what happens to Merlon's parents in this book. We also discover a very clever and innovative way of working the Treasure Planet fantasy sci-fi element into what we would call a traditional futuristic sci-fi setting. The blend is well done. It's very intriguing. It made me go, wow, I see, a few times. I have to say, this isn't a spoiler, but Bailey, I breathed a sigh of relief at the end of this book. It's weird how one little character can worm its way into your brain, and when there's so much going on and so much to lose, that probably would have tipped me over the edge. I'm not going to lie. The ending is a bit of a gut wrench. It's very sad, but I think it probably wouldn't have worked any other way. I think if somebody else had done what this person does, it wouldn't quite have been as impactful. So I think it was the right choice. As sad as it is, as upsetting as it was, I think it was the right choice. I'm very interested to see what happens in the series going forward now that Merlon's story is completed. The next book is Quarantine 13, which for some reason isn't available on Amazon. I don't know why. You can get the ebook, but the paperback for some reason is not available. So that's one I'll be buying from Natalie directly. Anyway, I'll be getting all of them from Natalie directly, but you don't have a choice with that one if you want paperback. So go to Natalie's website. I gave this a 5 stars. It blew me out of the water. I love the first book, as you know. I love the short stories, but this one is my favourite of the 2. Favourite of the 2 and of the 3 short stories I've read. Get there eventually. Yeah, it's just so well done. So well done. It's the best sci-fi fantasy I think I've ever read. I haven't read too many, but of the ones that I have read, I think it's probably my favourite. I really do. So go check it out. And I will be back next time, fingers crossed, with some Christian Francis novelization reviews, because I've got a few to get through.